I'm not originally from the South, but I have lived in Asheville long enough to develop an allergy to gluten. And I don't know how many of you have ever dated somebody who's way out of your league, but I haven't. I did just get out of a long-term relationship with a pretty hot yoga teacher. Jesus. Okay, I'll rephrase that. My ex-girlfriend taught hot yoga. She said it helped her sweat out the crazy. I said the room wasn't hot enough. It's going to be a long night, you guys. One day she asked me to rate her on a scale of 1 to 10, and I said, well, for me, you're an 11. But nobody over a 7 would ever ask that question. I can feel you siding with her right now. So you can take comfort in the fact that she cheated on me. Well, that's better. I say she cheated. She says she's polyamorous. Polyamory is a lot like cheating, except when you cheat, you try to keep it a secret, but when you're polyamorous, you tell everybody. It's like having a gluten sensitivity. For those of you unfamiliar with polyamory, poly is Greek for many, and amor means love. I did some extra research, found out that polyamory is Latin for hoe. That one's for half the room. All polyamorous relationships have their own agreements. So we agreed that if she's going to fuck other guys, I would come up here and talk about it. And I tried polyamory at the beginning of our relationship, and it actually went too well. I downloaded all the apps and had my first and only successful Tinder date. And then I found out within a week that this woman had slept with me, the only other Tinder guy my girlfriend was interested in, and my girlfriend's husband, also on Tinder. And for the life of me, I was just like, how is it possible that two women who've never met are having sex with all the same guys? And that's when I realized Tinder must be using the same algorithms as Amazon. Tinder's like, if you fuck this guy, you'll probably fuck this guy. People who fuck Jason also fuck Jim, and some people fuck Jim and Jason at the same time. My girlfriend was a 39-year-old mother of 2 with baby fever. And one night she started crying. She's like, I can't help it. My ovaries were screaming last call, you know. And all I could do was hold her, you know. And I was just like, I love you so much. And no one ever made a good decision at last call. For the other half. I'm almost 50, and 50-year-old men are like an iPhone 6. At first glance, we look like a 10. But as soon as you pick one up, you realize you've wrapped your hands around a piece of antiquated technology. Touching us still turns us on, but we lack certain critical features like extended battery life and a fully functioning operating system. And on our last week together, my girlfriend and I had anal sex for the first time. And that's when I realized she cheated on me. And I still can't decide which one was more painful. He knows which one is more painful. Now that I'm single again, I've started manscaping. I'm terrible at it. But once this part of your body starts looking like and a river runs through it, you don't want this here to become a road less traveled. So I went online, I bought this book called Hip Snips, Your Complete Guide to Dazzling Pubic Hair. And that's when I found out I'm expected to dazzle. So it's a good thing I bought this book because manscaping your body is not like landscaping your house. You know, you can't cruise the neighborhood checking out how other guys trim their lawn. But you gotta start manscaping if you want to try sexting, and you gotta send dick pics if you want to be an asshole. I don't send dick pics. I would never want to spoil the surprise. I I'd way rather disappoint somebody in person. But I did try sexting once. I was in a long-distance relationship with a much younger woman, and she wasn't illegally young, she was just midlife crisis young. And I'm not proud of it, but I might not be quite as ashamed as I should be. When you realize you've been having sex longer than the woman you're dating has been alive, somewhere in there is the line. And it was a long-distance relationship, so we spent all our time on the phone talking about all the sex we were not having. And one night she's like, hang up, I'll send you a picture of something hot. You know? And I wish I was making this up. She sent me a picture of her dinner. Why would you send me a picture of food? You know? My mother told me the way to a man's heart was through his stomach. Well, you should have asked your dad. I'm gonna just wait for you to recover. All right, I won't wait. I'm trying to make the most of this midlife crisis, so I'm just trying to decide what kind of tattoo to get. Problem is I'm Jewish. That's not my only problem. But Jews believe that if we adorn our bodies with ink, God won't recognize us after we die. I'm like, really? God, the creator of all things, including tramp stamps? Like, who does God think she is? My mother? And I can't even joke with my mom about getting a tat. Jason, if you get a tattoo, we can't be buried in the same cemetery. I know. That's why I want the tattoo. You don't want to spend eternity with your family? I am 49 years old. I've already spent eternity with my family. You have to promise me that even after I die, you won't get a tattoo. After you die, I'm getting a motorcycle. You can't have a motorcycle. Why not? Because I said so. I'm an adult, Mommy. But I'll worry. You'll be dead. I'm your mother. Just because I'm dead doesn't mean I won't worry. All my life, all I ever wanted was a motorcycle. But first my mother wouldn't let me have one, and now my 11-year-old daughter won't let me get one. And every time we see a motorcycle, my daughter's like, look, Daddy, there's another thing you can't have. I'm like, why won't you let me get a motorcycle? I don't want you to die, Daddy. Yeah? Well, I don't want you to wear heels and change your name to Midnight. But Daddy, I was born at midnight. No one's going to think that's why you changed your name. Why can't I be called Midnight, Daddy? I'm like, you were too young for me to explain that to you, and it is too soon for you to have failed as your father. She's like, well, I'll just wait till you die and then I'll change my name. I said, I may not die for a really long time, sweetheart. Well, then you can get a motorcycle. You have to promise me that even after I die, you won't change your name to Midnight. Why not? Because I'll worry, but you'll be dead. I'm your father. Just because I'm dead doesn't mean I won't worry. Well, if you don't want me to change my name, then you have to buy me a dog. So I did what any ill-equipped to handle conflict with his child would do in this situation, and I got her a dog. And we adopted this very beautiful and exotic Italian hunting dog called a Lagotto Romagnolo. Don't worry if you've never seen one, she looks like a Labradoodle. That means anytime someone sees me walking this designer dog, they assume I'm either a hipster or homosexual. Not that there's anything wrong with being a hipster. Nothing wrong with being homosexual either, obviously. One of my friends is probably gay. But I can't help this feeling that I'm cheating on my old dog with my new dog. You know, because I take her to the same parks, make her chase the same balls, and I'm not ashamed to say it, the fetch is great. I don't know if adopting children is the same as adopting animals, but sometime in the first 24 hours you begin to realize why they were put up for adoption in the first place. I love how much you love me right now. In the case of my little Labradoodle, it's because she has a foot fetish. And on our first night together, she gave me a 7-minute toe job after a 2-hour hike. I had no idea I was into that. The felt so good, I accidentally called her by my old dog's name. I don't want to slut shame this animal, but she's 9 years old and she's a rescue, so I don't know how many guys she's licked. If you spend enough Saturday nights alone with your dog, you start to realize that it might be time to get a girlfriend. But she has all these qualities that I would love to find in a woman, you know. She loves me almost exclusively. She doesn't care if I get a tattoo. And all I have to do is say, come! And she does it. That's gonna do it for me! Thank you very much.